Hello, my name is Arthi.
Hello, my name is Minon. This is our science fair project. We have researched and experiment with humidity and ion oxidation. Our investigative question is, what is the effect of humidity on ion oxidation? Can you go to next slide? Our method is, one ion nail will be submerged in a beaker of water. One ion nail will be placed in a humid climate, which will be terrarium. One ion nail will be placed in a dry container placed in the refrigerator. Each climate will be monitored every day for 5 days.
Here's our hypothesis. We think that humidity levels can affect the rate of iron oxidation. The higher the humidity level, the faster iron oxide forms and vice versa.
The apparatus we use are iron nail will be no coating so rust can actually form. A beaker for water to keep nails submerged. A terrarium to simulate a humid climate. And lastly, a refrigerator and plastic container to simulate a dry climate.
Here's our experiments. These 5 pictures are the result of the nail that was placed in the dry climate, which was the plastic container placed in the refrigerator. As you can see, there's no visible iron oxidation happening anywhere throughout the 5 days. Next slide, please. These 5 pictures are results of the nail that was placed in the humid climate, which was the terrarium. As you can see, the first 24 hours had no effects, but by the second day, iron oxide or rust had started to form, and over the course of the next 3 days, more and more rust formed. On the 5th day, the nail was almost completely covered in rust. Next slide, please.
These 5 pictures are result of the nail had been submerged underwater within the first 24 hours. Rust had already formed on both the nail and the beaker. Within day 5, nail is completely covered from top to bottom with rust.
Next slide, please. Here's our research. We found out that when it is in contact with water, iron will have a chemical reaction called oxidation with the oxygen in the water, creating what we call rust or iron oxide. Rust cannot form through contact with oxygen alone. It also needs water to be present in order to react. The chemical equation between iron and water can be seen on the presentation highlighted in yellow. Next slide, please. So in conclusion, the nail left in a dry climate did come into contact with oxygen, but not with water. Therefore, it did not rust at all. The nail left in a humid climate was in contact with water and oxygen, but in small, inconsistent amounts. So iron oxide formed slowly. The nail that was submerged underwater was in direct contact with water at all times, which led to rust engulfing the nail within the first 24 hours. So to answer our question, humidity will cause iron oxide to form. Higher humidity levels will cause iron to oxidize faster and vice versa. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Okay, well done. That was, again, I initially, when you presented your idea to me, I really thought this project would take you a couple of months to do. Like, remember I said you will need to give yourself 3 months to do this experiment, but 5 days. So I am learning new stuff from you guys as well. 5 days for showing how humidity can affect iron oxidation. So well done, guys. Thank you for teaching me something new as well. I do have a question for you guys. Does temperature influence iron oxidation?
We have not done research on that yet.
All
Not
right.
much research.
So an idea to extend your project is to make sure what is the effect of temperature so that you can control those variables and keep them constant. Right. Just a thought that popped up in my head is that the nail in the refrigerator was very cold. So that could also affect the rate at which iron oxidizes. Okay, but just a small note. I think you did a great project. I am very impressed by what you did. So well done. I do want to say that using the scientific method, you put your hypothesis and apparatus before the method. Okay, that way you ensure that all the apparatus that was mentioned is included in your method. Okay, small notes for you guys. Let me quickly take a look at your document. What was the questions I had there? Well done, Arthi and Minon. Let me just